Hello, my name is Marcia Johnson, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Together with my grandnieces and nephews, Allie, Ashley, and Ryan, we are Marcia's Crafts. Today we are going to make a Happy Tales, Friend Like You, Pet Sympathy card. Unfortunately, it happens. The one bad thing about dogs and cats is they don't live long enough, at least not for me. Anyway, let's get going. We're going to make a version of this card. It's pretty close, just a few modifications. And stay tuned to the end because I have a simplified version of this card plus a feline version. So stick around for that. And if you would like to purchase any of the products we use, please do so at marciascrafts.stampinup.net. We would love your business. So to make this card, you will need the Happy Tales stamp set and the Friend Like You stamp set. In the other version, you won't need the Friends Like You. We won't be stamping this, but to do the one that I'm going to do now, we need both. You will also need the Friendly Silhouettes dies, particularly this one. You'll need the Dog Builder punch. And for ink, really, Romeo? You'll need Real Red, Early Espresso, and Mossy Meadow. Okay, let's get going. This is a photopolymer, or they both are photopolymer stamps, so we will need the piercing mat, and I cover mine with a piece of computer paper. Okay, let's bring in our stuff. We will stamp our envelope, the inside of the card, this piece, and this piece. Okay, let's start with our Mossy Meadow. Well, no, wait. We'll start with our Early Espresso. And I'm going to stamp my sentiment on here and on the inside of my card. On the outside, it says, "A best friend leaves a paw print on your heart." And I like to stamp this against a dark background, so we'll just go on the back here, so I can have a chance at getting it straight. And I want to stamp it as close to the top and left-hand edge as possible. So, sorry, I'm going to kind of have to move it down because I can't see very well without getting into that camera. There, that's good. And then let's do the inside while we're at it so that I can line that up also against a dark background. And that I'm just saying so sorry for your loss. That's pretty good. Okay, next, let's stamp our puppy. I'm going to stamp him on some Crumb Cake. I'll ink him up. Oh, that has a little blemish there, so let's take the other side. There we go. And then I want to stamp on this, and I'm going to take, the Mossy Meadow piece is going to be on this card, so I'm going to just lay it here. It's going to be right about here, but I'm going to move it up just a little bit, and I'm just going to stamp a little fill-in down here, and I'm going to use the paw print and the little bone. And so let's just, sorry, the neighborhood dogs are barking, so my visiting dogs are barking also. Can't blame them too much for that. Okay, and then let me take that little paw print. Yeah, that'll look fine. And let's see, for the envelope, I'm going to stamp the little paw, a couple of paw prints. Let's bring that back in here. And then I'm going to stamp a heart in Real Red. That's, I think, the only Real Red stamping we need. There we go. And I'll put the Real Red away because I hate to get that on anything because it's really dark. I think the only stamping we have left is on our front piece, and that will be in the Mossy Meadow. And I'm taking the Reedy stamp from the Friend Like You set, and I'm going to stamp it below the sentiment. Then I'm going to move it up a bit. That's all we need the Mossy Meadow for. And then we have these reeds that we're going to be doing in the early espresso. So you take them and you kind of line them up on top of that image. Okay, we have a little bit of punching to do. So let's bring in our dog builder punch and we'll punch out our little puppy. And I don't think I left really enough room to hold on to that. So we'll just take a Post-it note and put it on there. And stick our little pup in here and line him up and punch him out. There he goes. And then we're going to take our little piece of red and I'm going to punch out one heart like that. And then I'm going to put it through, actually I'm going to turn it around and put it through all the way. And I'm punching out part of the little dog in the red also, and a heart. Oh, where'd my heart go? It went flying somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I have 2 hearts and this little part. And this part matches up with the little doggy's neck right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a scissors and I'm going to cut across, kind of from his ear to his little throat. And then I'm going to try and cut across again pretty straight. And I'm making a little collar. Get that all that straight, so we'll try and straighten it out a little bit more. There we go. And then we'll take our little pup and don't know what I do with my tweezers. They seem to have disappeared, but I'm going to take a little bit of glue, put on the back of that, a little bit, and we're going to put that down for his collar. They have a collar you could stamp on, but I just thought this looked better. And then, because we know all our doggies like a little bling, I'm going to take a little rhinestone, put that right there. Okay, let's move these little hearts over here so we don't lose them, and we'll move our little pup over here so we don't lose him. And I think all we have left is to assemble our card. Oh, one more thing, forgot. I'm going to take this small strip of the Mossy Meadow and we're going to put that reed die like right there. I'm going to have it just slightly at the edge on the left side, and then it'll go off the edge on the right side, and then right down at the bottom. And we're going to put that through the Big Shot, and I've already done that. So here's one, and it cuts beautifully. I usually do back and forth once, but it really cuts amazingly well. Just be a little patient when you're pulling it out, because there's a lot of little leaves here. It's pretty amazing how well it cuts, actually. Okay. We don't need this anymore. And with your scissors or pokey tool, you can just poke out the little extra pieces. They come right out. They pretty much fall out if you touch them. Okay, actually I do need my, just one more time, because I'm going to take my early espresso marker and I'm going to color in all of those cattail tops. Okay, I forgot one more thing. On this, I wanted to put a little paw print inside and a heart. So I'm going to get back my early espresso, and I don't know, I decided I was going to stamp off so the paw print's kind of like fading a little bit. So we'll stamp off and then put the paw print over here. And on the other side, I'm going to put a little red, one of those little red hearts. Don't need much glue, just a little tiny bit. And we'll just stick that right there. Okay, so as usual, I'll finish off the inside of my card first. Hopefully we're done with our early espresso now. Then we can put our crumb cake layer on the front, also with glue. If you ever have any questions about my cards or about anything that you see on this channel, you can contact me at MLAN, as in Nancy, J, at hotmail.com. And if you go to my marciascrafts.stampinup.net, my phone number is listed, and you can always call me too. So if there's anything you'd like to see or anything I can help you with, feel free to email me or text me or give me a call. Okay, that's ready. Now let's put our little layer together, and the way I did that is just put a little, you're going to want to make sure that you don't have your little reeds going over your sentiment. So I'm just going to put a strip of glue at the bottom. I'm going to let those reeds pretty much hang out and do what they want to do, or cattails, whatever the heck they are. Just hang out. It gives it a little dimension, and I like the look, so that's what I'm doing. Put this right at the bottom, and make sure you get it all the way to the bottom, because we're going to mount this on the Mossy Meadow, and if you don't get it at the bottom, you're going to see a line of very vanilla, and we don't really want to see that, so make sure you get it all the way to the bottom. There, that looks good. Then we're going to take our snips and trim off the edge, and trim off this edge, and go ahead and mount that on our Mossy Meadow layer. Okay, then we're going to put our little pup in here. Well, actually, before we do that, I think I'll put my heart. The other red heart, I'm going to just put right there. Okay. I'm going to decide where I want my pup to go. I think I like him just right about there. And you can kind of move these. I kind of want that one to go back, but the rest I want to be in front of him. So let's kind of move them out a bit. And I like the effect of those reeds, or those cattails sticking up a little bit. So if you don't, you can by all means glue them down. Then on my previous card, I just glued this straight down, but I think I want to put it up on dimensional, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, and that's our card. Now, as promised, I have another version. So here it is flat, here it is raised up, and as promised, I have another version which I didn't stamp the background. I just used the die cut, and it's a little simpler, and I don't know, I think maybe I like it better. I don't know, maybe you could let me know what you think. Anyway, there's this one, and then here's my kitty cat version, and on the inside of this one I have So Sorry for Your Loss. And so this is also from the dog set, but you could make this True Love Has Four Paws. You could make it a friendship card. Anyway, my kitty cat I did in orange. I forget what color. But anyway, what I did for this one, I used the other die in that set, and I did it in very vanilla, and then I colored it in with Mossy Meadow and, you know, various colors for the flowers, and some, I think this is soft suede down here. And then, of course, used the fish and the hearts and the mice instead of the paws. But anyway, that's just another version. So I hope you like these cards. If you do, maybe you could give us a thumbs up, maybe even subscribe, and share our video with somebody else. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.